Assalamu alaikum kids, welcome back. In this video we'll be continuing with the same topic, that is creating files and folders. This is the chapter number 3 from your computer textbook, and in the previous video we learnt about files and folders. We also talked about icons. We had a look over the desktop as well, and we also learnt about File Explorer. If you have not watched that video yet, it is highly recommended that you first go and watch that video, then you can come back to this video. Now in this topic, we'll be specifically talking about why do we need folders, and second, how do we create folders. Okay, now first question is, why do we need folders? Why are folders important? So the answer to that is folders actually help you keep your files organized and separate. Because if you had no folders on your computer, your documents, your programs, your photographs, and your operating system files will be all located in the same place. And that's definitely not a good thing to have. In order to fully understand the use of folders and the importance of folders, let's start with an example. We will first launch the File Explorer. How do we do that? We learned that in the previous video. At the search box, we will type Explorer. And the first result, that is File Explorer, we will click on it. It will open the File Explorer for us. File Explorer, as we discussed in the last video, helps us to manage the folders. Managing the folders means creating the folders, changing the name of the folders, deleting the folders, copying folders from one location to another location. That means managing the folders. In the Explorer window, let's locate local disks. Those are right here. What are these local disks? Actually, when we install a fresh copy of Windows operating system on any laptop or a desktop, it gives us an option to divide our hard disk into certain segments, and those segments by default are titled as local disks. And to differentiate the local disks, those are denoted by characters, local disk C and local disk E. I have divided my hard drive into two storage spaces only, so there are only two local disks. And by the way, local disk C, most of the times means 90% of the times, you will see local disk C is particularly used for storing the program files. So you will hardly have any files stored on local disk C. All your files, your personal files, will be stored most of the times on local disk E. Same is the case with computer system. I have all my personal files saved in local disk E. If I click on local disk E, here you will see there are some folders and there are some image files as well. I have created these image files particularly for this topic in order to make it clear to you why do we need these folders. If you have a look, we have certain image files. If I click on this file, so it is an image file which is showing the number 1. In the same way, I have other image files as well. This is number 2, and if I scroll between the images, this is number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there is A, there is alphabet A, English alphabet A, B, C, D, and likewise. So I have multiple images on the same screen. Right now everything looks messed up. Why? I have the number images as well as the alphabet images all at one place, and if I have to locate a certain picture, it will become difficult for me if there are more number of images. Right now maybe I can locate those because the number of images is not that huge, but if the number of images is large, then it will become difficult for me to locate a particular image. So what I will do, I will create two separate folders, one for these numbers and another folder for these English alphabet. That will help me to locate each file easily. How that is done, I will show you that. We will create two folders now. Pay attention and remember these steps. First, you have to locate a blank space. You cannot click anywhere over here. You have to look for a blank space. Here, right here, we have the blank space. So what we will do, look, we have located the blank space. Now we will right click. There are two buttons on your mouse. One is left click and another one is right button or right click. So we will right click. We have a small menu appearing over here, like view, sort, group, refresh, and all other options. But right now we are particularly looking for this new option. So once you click on this, you don't have to click, you just have to hover your mouse over this option, because there is an arrow. It will show the sub menu, and in the sub menu, if you look at the first option, the first thing is folder. That means I'm telling the computer to create a new folder at this location. I'll click on folder. You see the new folder is created. Suppose I click it outside in the free space as well. This is now new folder. So I have created a folder. It was that simple. Let's do it again. Right click, go to new. You don't have to click here on new. You just have to hover your mouse over it and then go to folder. Left click, and a new folder is created. That is how you create a folder. Now like I told you, we need two folders over here, so I will create another folder. How that is done? Same steps. Right click, go to new, and then go to folder. Left click, another folder by the name of new folder 2 has been created. So now I have two folders. It is that simple. Creating a folder is that simple. Now, after creating these two folders, the next step is to rename these folders, because by default, this folder has been named as new folder and this folder is named as new folder 2. But we want to have some distinguished names for these two folders. So this folder, we have planned that we'll be keeping these number images in this folder, so we will rename it as numbers. How that is done? Like earlier you clicked on the blank space, but right now you will take the mouse right over this new folder and right click. Take the folder pointer on the folder and right click, and you will find an option to rename. Just left click on this thing and start typing the name, whichever name you want to give it. Right now we want to name it as numbers, NUMBERS. After entering the name of the folder, click on enter. That means this folder now has been renamed as numbers. Same is to be done with this folder as well. Take your mouse pointer above this new folder and right click, and after the options appear, click on rename and rename it as alphabet, and then you can press enter. If you don't press enter, you can simply click outside the text box area. So now we have two folders, one is number and another one. Now we can move to the third step, that is moving these images, the number images, from this location to this folder. There are actually different ways of doing that. I will explain those one by one. First, I want to bring this image, that is 1, to this number box. There are two ways of doing it. Firstly, go to the image and right click. You will find the option cut. That means I will cut the image from this location. I will cut it. Cut. Now I will go to the numbers folder. I will double click on this numbers folder. I will right click on the blank space. There I have the option to paste. I will paste, and that image is right there. So now 1 has been moved from that place to this place. Now if I go back, this is the back button over here, you will see the folder actually has changed its location. It is now it has now arranged itself in the proper order of the already existing folders. So nothing has happened. This folder has actually moved from this space to this space, and the one which used to be outside here now has been moved to this folder. So I'll do the same thing with the number 2 as well. Right click on this, cut, double click on numbers. Now right click here and paste. There we have the 2. Going back, 2 is no longer here because that has been moved to this numbers folder. We'll do the same thing with the number 3. Right click, cut, open the numbers folder and paste it here. So 3 also has been moved to this location now. Continue doing the same thing with the number 4. We'll cut it, open the numbers folder, right click and paste. That's one way of doing it, moving the images from this location to this folder. That was one way of doing it. There is another easy way of doing that. How? just left click on the image and start, while pressing the left click down, start dragging this to the folder numbers and release the key. 5 has been moved to this. Let's check it. 5 is right there. Let's do it again. Left click on the number 6 and start dragging it. Left click and start dragging it and drop it here. This method is known as drag and drop. Let's check it. 6 is right there. Let's do same thing with the number 7. You have to bring it to the numbers folder and release the key. The number 7 is also there. So two ways. One is cut and paste, another is drag and drop. So the first step what we did was cut and paste. The second step that is known as drag and drop. Now we have the alphabet images. We will do the same thing to the alphabets as well. First we will cut it from this location and paste it in the alphabet folder. Paste it here. Cut it from here and paste it here. So I'm moving these images from here to the folder. Now let's do drag and drop over here. Here I will show you one more step. For example, you have multiple images and it will take a lot of time to move the images one by one to this folder. So what we will do, we will left click over here and select both the images. Then we will drag both the images at once and release those two images right here. I'll do the same thing with these two images and drag those here. Now there is only one G. We will drag and drop it over here. Well, that was very easy, wasn't it? So let's take it a bit further. For example, now I want these two folders, that is alphabet and numbers. I want a master folder and inside that master folder I want these two folders. See what I mean. I want to create a new folder. I will create a new folder. Steps are same. Folder. Now I will rename it as images. I will click outside. The folder is images. Now I want these two folders to be moved inside this folder, so that I know that this is the images folder, and inside the images folder I will have alphabet images and number images. How that is done? It again has two ways. We again have two ways to do it. Firstly, right click here and click on copy, open the images folder and paste it here. Okay, this number folder will no longer be here, and with this alphabet folder we will do the drag and drop thing. So we will click on this without releasing the button. We will bring this folder over this images folder and release the key. So now both the folders are inside the images folder. See how easy it has become for me now. Now I want to locate the alphabet and number images. I will simply click on this folder, that is images, and inside the images folder I have two subfolders. Now this is the main folder, images. It is known as the main folder, and if I click and open it, these are now two subfolders. And inside the alphabet folder I have the images of the alphabet, and inside the number folder I have the images of the numbers. So it was that easy. So these are now known as folders. Earlier these were main folders because these were in the main directory. Now I have moved them inside the images folder. These have become now subfolders. That's how it is done. Now say for example I no longer need this number folder. I don't require these number images. I want to get rid of this folder completely. There's a simple way to do it. Bring the mouse pointer over this folder, right click and delete. That folder is gone now. That folder, you didn't require that, that folder is gone now. Let me bring that back for a while. And if I want to do same thing with both the folders, I can select both these folders. I can right click and I can delete both the folders. That's it. Both the folders have been removed now. But remember, these folders have not been completely deleted, because in Windows we have the option to restore these files. That means once you delete a file, it doesn't get permanently deleted. It is moved to a location known as recycle bin. And if you ever want those files back to your computer, you can simply restore those from the recycle bin. So in this video tutorial, we learned about creating new folders. We also learned how to rename the folders, changing the name of the folders. We also copied certain images, certain files from certain files from one location to those particular specific folders. We also learned how to delete the folders, and we also know how to create the subfolders as well. So that is it in this chapter. Creating files and folders. This completes our chapter. There is one more topic, that is libraries, but we'll be taking up that topic in the later courses, because right now that might create some confusion in the minds of the students. So that's it. In the next topic, inshallah, we'll be taking up another chapter. So till then, Allah Hafiz.